Alright, back to the boss. So yeah, that was my stubbornness was something that I used when applying for a job. There was a I was required to get what is known as a Security Plus certification in order to get that job. And that required a test that could cost upwards of $300 to take each time you take it. So obviously, first you used respect. I'm glad that like I'm not the only person who's respect for that final DLC boss. I was like, I think I was, if I recall, I was using a type of caster build. And it just like, you know, with Radahn Consort, that's just not something that's going to fly. I forgot to bust my weapon before entering the fight.
To the followers of the truth.
Well, get ourselves warmed back up then before we... That stomp came out quicker than...
You're so weak. So are this.
What? The fuck was that? I was not about to miss out on that just because of some jank-ass fucking R2 thing. Bitch. Usually when he misses that second swing, Melania can be fun if you're able to, well... Melania is, yeah, she's a fun fight. I would not say that she's like the best ever, but that's because of Waterfowl. I think Caddis and I have talked about this in the past, that we think that Waterfowl is an objectively bad attack. But the Melania fight all around is quite fun.
We are the reborn.
Gonna heal there. Yeah. I invited that one. The fucker, man. Come on, Champion Victor. we go. Oh, that's a lot of text. I'll take a look at that when I'm not about to fight Gigantor's big ass.
The new world belongs to us.
Yeah. I think respeccing is a great mechanic because you can try out many different weapons very, very easily, and also see what playstyle you like most. Also, the upgrade materials, they do cost a lot once you get to the higher levels, though. Especially in New Game Plus. In Dark Souls, you first don't know what the difference is between Mage and Strength and Dex. You're limited to a smaller amount of weapons. Yeah, that's I think that's the whole reason they introduced that mechanic. It was first introduced in Dark Souls 2, I want to say. We're gonna die, apparently, even though I thought I perfect parried that, but okay. Sorry, my mind was not focused. I was not paying attention to the game at all. I'm not gonna try and be like, oh, this is stupid. Nope, just wasn't paying attention. Hey, come here, Chuckle Nuts. Go. Fable Catalyst. Well, you wouldn't have that same amount of freedom that Elden Ring gives you. It's like the Elden Ring, like when I streamed Elden Ring, for example. I think I started out with like a strength build, and then I went to a caster build, and then I went back to a strength build, and then I went back to a caster build. Like, I was kind of flip-flopping between those two depending on what I felt would work for the area that I was in. And I feel that that's what I think respeccing offers. Especially like you said, on the first playthrough, you don't know. So how can you know, like, what type of build you want to play, especially if it's like your first time playing the game? How are you gonna know? Love that I missed every...
You're so weak! So unfit! Humanity must be born again! It's their duty and their fate!
When he goes on those like unlimited combos, that kind of irritates me. Not because it's like, oh, it's unfair. It's just like I don't like when I can't like get out of the way of his bullshit attacks that I don't want to try and block. Well, I don't want to block these fatal attacks. Well, too bad. Fuck off, you fucking clown, fuckhead. Fuck you. That's why your weapon broke. Little bitch. For me, it's like, again, it's situational, what I feel is best. Although when I was playing Dark Souls, I figured I'd be like, you know, long time stuck on one of the bosses, Calamite specifically. And going into the Calamite fight, I fucking one-shot the boss. But that's just like, it's interesting going back. Because like at the time, those bosses, they're like, man, those are fucking hard bosses. But then like you go back from like Elden Ring and like Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne and stuff like that, and it's like, when did I think this was hard? I keep forgetting to buff my weapon. Although it's probably best that after how that last fight went.
God, I dedicate this victory to you.
None of the R1s felt like they landed, so that's fun. Because I will demonstrate that the L1 button works. It does work. It just seems to not work as well in boss fights. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking piece of shit. Wait. Yeah, look at that. Your weapon broke because you're a stupid, worthless piece of garbage. Crash enemies that I should be ignoring, but out of a desire to get some sort of catharsis that I can't get on the boss just yet, I feel compelled to bully. I think you could buy blood rocks with insight. I'm tempted to go switch over to Bloodborne, boot up my save file just to see if you can buy blood rocks with insight. It's just like, it takes a lot of fucking insight.
Open your eyes. Gaze upon the new world. Dedicate this victory to you.
I'm trying to block the fatal attacks because this game's not going to let me dodge his fatal attacks apparently, and he's going to use them fucking constantly, and they do a fucking ton of damage. And the game's like, oh, you should continue to try and dodge those fatal attacks because we're not going to let you actually block them. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid piece of shit. But yeah, I'm like 99% sure that you can buy blood rocks with insight. There's also the bloodstone shard, twin bloodstone shard, bloodstone chunks, and then blood rocks. There's 3 for bloodstone shards. I forgot to buff my weapon.
Fight to the followers of the truth. You're so weak, so unfit.
Right? right. Nope. Mm-mm. And there he goes on his... Yep. A nice 6-hit combo there. That looks like a grab attack. I don't need that. Don't want it, don't need it. That.
The new world belongs to us.
Ah, shit. Come on, you big blue freak. Let's go. No, not like that. No! Will you fucking knock that shit out? Oh my god, man. What the fuck? Just do all fatal attacks. Oops, all fatal attacks. You don't get to do anything but die. Alright, well I guess that means alright, we're gonna have a little Google here. Alright, well, there's that. Let's see here. Let's go with the fandom site because Fextra Life often gets stuff wrong. Insight shop for Blood Rock. I'm going to pull this over here. Insight shop for 60 insight each after defeating Marigo's Wet Nurse. Yes, you can buy them for 60. I just want physical, like, visible, like, eyes-on proof of what we're saying. Because we're sitting here like I'm just speculating off the top of my head. But getting that much insight isn't as hard as it may seem. I could, you looked it up on the same site. Yeah, fucking Vextra Life is such a fucking mess. Ever since they kind of went really off the deep end downhill after Twitch changed their rules on embedding, which is basically how they were getting a bunch of, like, they were getting basically fake viewers on their streams. If you notice, Vextra Life doesn't stream on Twitch anymore. Maybe they moved over to Kick. I know a lot of people who don't want to follow rules go over to Kick. Because their moderation is virtually non-existent from what I've heard. Somebody that I watch a lot was talking about it. And I was basically saying, like, that's their reason for why they'll never stream on Kick, is because it's a site that feels like it has no moderation whatsoever. Yeah, I dodged too early on that one. I do find it a little bit aggravating when he does that stomp attack. Like, he'll do that, like, that right there, and then if you retaliate against that, he does that. Your recovery time between that and that, like, punch and that stomp is not, you can't do both. You can't retaliate. If he does that, like, flurry attack, you basically need to not attack. Like, and I've gone on record of stating how I don't like mechanics like that. Okay, I just guess I can never do it. Oh yeah, that's right. All right, reset. Yeah, it's literally impossible to block that. If he decides to do that stomp attack after attacks like that, there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. Yep. Well, we haven't seen that one yet, so from the top rope through Mankind, off the cage and Hell in a Cell. What's the? I forget the copy pasta.
You're so weak. worth this!
Get my stamina back. All right, come here. There we go. That's what I was trying to get, was that phase transition.
The new world belongs to us!
Come on. Looks like Solomon Grundy now. My stamina back.
You're so weak! So worth
Ah, fuck, man.
It's their duty and their fate!
That fatal attack came out fast. I didn't have time to react to it. I don't even know how to react to it. Play these days, Half-Life Episode 2. There is no Half-Life 3. That's all been, like, that's been all but confirmed at this point. Is that there is no Half-Life 3. That's the whole thing. Like, Valve has basically come out and said it's not going to happen. And it's because of how they you know, how development work happens at Valve. And the way development work happens at Valve is people will take their desk. They have desks that they can wheel around. So they'll take their desk and they'll go work on a project that they want to work on. So that way when Valve makes games, that's why that's why people want Valve to get back into the game development thing, but they don't need to because of Steam. But people want Valve to make more games because of the fact that, you know, Half-Life exists, Portal exists, like Team Fortress, fucking Counter-Strike, all these games are fucking Valve games. Thanks, Scan. Come on.
This is the power of the Reborn!
There we go. Well, the problem is Valve can't count to 3. If you take a look at all their games, there's no game that Valve released that has the number 3 in it. You could probably convince me that they don't understand what the number 3 is. I kind of asked for that little bitch slap there. I think a good example of that is like look at their game releases. There's Portal 1, Portal 2, but there's no Portal 3. There's Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike 2, I think, was a thing that they tried for a little bit before Counter-Strike Go or CS:GO or whatever the fucking Gambling Simulator 2024 is. Go. Go. Need to get my stamina back, so let's get the fuck away from him for a little bit. There we go.
The new world belongs to us.
Did a follow-up attack. That was my fatal flaw. Yeah. Follow-up attacks are my fatal flaw. Yep. Thanks, Victor. Ah. Couldn't get the fucking... Oh my god. What the fuck was that? Okay, reset, reset. Motherfucker. How am I gonna fuck this up? Ah, fuck me, man. That was close. That was close, though. That's good. So I would like to get into how Valve can't count to 3 now that I'm not focusing on literally trying to, like, I was getting close to beating him. So we have Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2. Pretty normal so far. Then we get Portal at somewhere in all that. Okay, cool. So we have these 3 neat little games. Then comes Portal 2. Then we get Half-Life 1, Episode 1, Half-Life 2, Episode 2, Half-Life Alyx. They cannot count to 3. We have Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike 2, Counter-Strike Go. Valve is literally completely incapable of releasing a game that has that number 3 next to it. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. You can't convince me that I think it's part of the hiring process at Valve is they give you like a lobotomy. They remove the piece of your brain that can count to 3. Like I said, you can't convince me of otherwise.
To the followers of the truth. This is the power of the Reborn.
All right.
This is the power of the Reborn.
Press those first 2 blocks way too early. Whoa, man, where are you going? Second Half-Life 2, third, fourth Half-Life. What it feels like. you know, Half-Life 3 would come out and it'd be literally like the 5th Half-Life game that was made. At that point, you're just like, okay, what are we doing here? Alright, come on. Come on, big man. You want to talk about how big and strong you are? A big, strong man can't get to hit me. Wah. Okay, well, tracking on that, I always feel like is way off. Come on, back into here. I'm not playing your idiotic games. Son of a bitch.
The new world belongs to us. This is the power of the Reborn.
Can I fucking... Oh my god, can you let me move? Now how we've gone from like... No, no grab. Only punch. Only punch.
You're so weak. So unfit.
My stamina back. Come on. I'm feeling a lot more confident in phase 2. I guess it's knowing his moves and knowing what to look for and when to attack. Really does help. I just wish I could attack more. Out of stamina. What? Well, that's the absolute fucking dog shit. I fucking hit him with the fucking stagger thing, and he just grabs me and beats me to death? Is this how the game works now? You enable the fatal attack, and when you do that, you get beat to death, right? Am I understanding what just happened? He had the flashing bar, which meant that he was vulnerable for the fatal attack if I hit him with the charge R2. I did just that. If it's to not get beat to death by bullshit mechanics that don't make sense, I am already aware. I highly disagree with everything that just fucking happened, and I'm a little bit tilted over it. And by a little bit, I mean I'm incredibly pissed off. That's complete and total fucking dog shit. Everything was going fine, and then the game just decided that, no, it was going too well. Oh my god, these fucking guys. Stop trying to block. Nobody fucking... Yeah, and I'm, like I said, I'll always, you know, don't ever be afraid to offer tips. The advice that I offer is, do not tell me how to play. I'm okay with advice, not directions. Unless I specifically ask, obviously. But then most people, you know, I know how Twitch works when you ask for directions. But yeah, fire away with the tips, man. Mouth is incredibly dry right now. Well, some people will be like, well, you know, if you respec and then use this weapon and upgraded this weapon and farm this much, like, stuff like that. Don't tell me how to play, but like maybe, like, kind of like what you did with the last one, where you said you'll have an easier time fighting him in that, like, over by the entrance in phase 2. That's not telling me how to play. That's giving me advice that I can choose to take or not take. But saying you should lure him over to the entrance and fight him there, that's telling me, like, it's all about, like,
Fight to the followers of the
it's
truth.
intent. If you're, you know, but yeah, what I mean is, like, it's just that. Don't tell me, like, how to, like, play the game. Don't be like, well, your build is wrong, and you're doing the, like, if you see something that I'm not seeing,
This is the power of the reborn.
oh, numbnuts. Why did I do that? Didn't I just get a fatal attack on this guy. But I'm not complaining. I just... all these attempts are starting to kind of blend together. Ah, that fucking... that knee attack, the tracking on that is like unreal. Come here. Well, not like that.
You're so weak.
All right, that's kind of
The world belongs to
that's
us.
kind of bullshit. God, that guy fucking hits hard. The fuck are these attacks? I've never seen these before.
You're so weak. So are this. This is the power of the reborn.
Yeah. Fuck me, man.
God, I dedicate this victory to you.
So which rush forward? Because there's like 5 different rush forward. His second phase has like 15 different rush forward attacks. Kind of hard to tell which one is the one that you're talking about when you say when he rushes forward. Fuck off, you annoying fucking prick. God. Some of them he rushes forward into like a long-reaching uppercut and backstepping. Well, I tried backstepping and I got punched in the face. These guys are fucking aggravating. Quit trying to block. You're a trash enemy. If I ever got into game dev, I would have like 2 different sets of AI that I would use. There would be like, you know, boss AI, and then there would be Mook AI. Mook AI would understand that it is a trash enemy and not meant to really pose any much of a challenge. It's supposed to kind of be there. Jackass. Speaking of AI, my AI completely failed, and I need to go ahead and take a break real quick. So before this next attempt, we'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go check on Annie, go to the bathroom, put some of this trash out, and I'll be back in just a few